Hello students, welcome again in the session of organizational behavior subject, and today we will take up one more case study. In the last session we took up one case study, and prior to that I explained the different guidelines for solution or for analysis of the case study. Before I go for the analysis of case, again I want to brief about the guidelines, so that you can better understand the guidelines and accordingly you can analyze the case. As I already told you that case is a typical situation, place, group or anything happening of organization which can be used as a mean of teaching learning or research. Suppose we want to take example of a research as case study, then in that case a team which will conduct the case study, which will analyze the case study, is given a real problem of the industry, for which even industry does not know what could be the solution. Then the team working through the case study will conduct the investigation, examination and analyze, and lastly will find out the problem, not only the problem, its remedy also, and then it can be developed into a case. So, by this way such kind of cases are given to the student. In the last session one case was a brief case was given, and as I told you that case may be of any length written, sometimes a complete comprehensive report, industrial report, the financial, any of the financial report, any of its project report or any of product related report is given, and the people involved in the analysis of case are provided with various kind of data and information, everything is provided, even opportunity is given for the exposure, for visualization of various part of industry, and then the case is analyzed. And for the analysis of case, yes, I want to share with you that in some of the cases even the case is written by the team itself, because case is not available. The real problem, industrial problem is given, then the team will write the case and then it can be analyzed, or directly case can be analyzed and its remedy or solution can be given. But in case if written case is given, then in that case the 3 step modus operandi for analysis of case can be used. First one is prepare for case analysis, second answer to the problem or find out the problem and its remedy, and third one is now prepare the draft of your case analysis. So, before we do that, let us go through the case, because in the preparation of case the very first step is to read the case minimum 3 times, and I told you that why we need to read the case 3 times. The case in this session is Mohita and Shalini are management postgraduates and working with the Tech Solutions International. Both of them joined on the same day and same cadre in the HR department of company. Mohita joined as head learning and development and Shalini head compensation department. From the day of joining itself, both are very close friends, even both of them joined in the same cadre, but the responsibilities given to Shalini are comparatively more than Mohita. Second paragraph of case is Mohita is friendly, submissive, helping and extrovert person, whereas Shalini is silent, introvert, promptory, ready to help if approached, and a bit egoistic in nature. Both of them are successfully working with the company for the last 12 years. Company management considers both of them as talented, performer and dedicated employees. Since the day of joining, everything in the company and in between Mohita and Shalini was going well, but ironically from the last 3 months, Mohita started noticing that nowadays Shalini is not behaving as she has been behaving in the past. Mohita observed the attitudinal changes in Shalini. Mohita felt Shalini has started passing sarcastic comments and taunting Mohita. Like Mohita is highly respected among employees, whereas Shalini is not even known to fellow employees. It was really shocking for everyone, including Mohita, that one day Shalini filed a complaint to the general manager of company against Mohita and the senior manager HR of Tech Solutions International for harassment and discrimination. The general manager called Mohita and shared the matter to inquire about the issue. Knowing the news, Mohita felt surprised and told she has no idea about it, and also shared her recent experience with Shalini. Understanding the situation, the general manager decided to handle the situation personally. So, on the very next day, the general manager called Shalini in his office for a cup of coffee, and after making her comfortable, he started discussion about the newly developed situation. Initially, Shalini did not express much, but after some time she opened up and shared the facts. Shalini shared that she is not respected by her subordinates, whereas they respect Mohita even though she is not their boss. Senior officers of company also pay much attention to Mohita, and usually they appreciate her. During the departmental meetings, the inputs given by Shalini are ignored, whereas the points raised by Mohita receive more attention. Shalini has been facing all this for the last many years, but now it has become intolerable for her, because in the last week the name of Mohita is recommended for promotion, not her. Even Shalini is having more official responsibilities and fulfilling them appropriately. After listening to Shalini, the GM felt that the newly emerged situation can be worked on. The GM explained to Shalini the reasons for the discrimination, disrespect and non-recommendation of her name for promotion. Listening to the GM, Shalini understood the fact and realized her mistake and felt sorry for his complaint and withdrew the same immediately. So, students, this is the case and we have read it once, but as I told you, for preparation of case analysis, student will read the case for 3 times. First time, student will read the case to understand what is case and what is problem of the case and what facts are given. After reading the case for first time, then student will read the questions or problem if given at the end of the case. In the present case, the questions are given and questions are very basic and general in nature. The first question is, what is problem in the case. So, students have to identify the problem and how they will do, I will support them. Then second, how you had been solved this problem if you would have been the general manager of company. So, two very basic kind of questions are given. Now, let us go for second time to read the case. Here I will not read the case for the second time. I expect that student will certainly read the case for second time, and they will identify the relevant facts in the case. So, if we go through the case and start it from the beginning, the first paragraph or first part of the case, because this case is very small. So, first part of the case is Mohita and Shalini. They are management postgraduate, they have their qualification and they joined a company. Company is Tech Solution International, and they joined on the same cadre on the same day, and their designations are given, means all the detail related to both, what job they have been offered, what is their qualification, and all that is given. But in this first part of the case, it is mentioned the responsibilities given to Mohita are comparatively lesser than the responsibilities given to Shalini. So, this is one fact, because at the end of the case it is mentioned that there is the complaint shares that there is discrimination, and this discrimination may be because of the greater quantum of responsibilities. Second part of the case gives personal detail about both the employees, that is Mahima and Shalini both, and according to the details given, Mahima is of a typical and a unique kind, and same is case with the Shalini. Mohita is friendly, submissive, helping, extrovert person, whereas Shalini is silent, introvert, and these features, these personality features certainly will have impact. So, when I am asking to the participant or students now, it is not only what is given in the case, you use your managerial understanding, you use your managerial knowledge, you use your managerial skill to understand the case. So, the personality itself depicts that there is lot of difference in the personality, behavior, attitude of both of the employees, and because of this difference, the impact on environment, impact on organization, impact on the co-employees will be different, and that difference may be both positive and negative. So, this is given, and it is also mentioned that they are successfully working for the long 12 years. 12 years is really a pretty good time. So, they are working. In the next part of the case, it is mentioned that everything was going very well, there was no problem, but suddenly from some of the months there is severe change in the attitude, behavior of Shalini, and she has started passing comment, sarcastic comments, and she has started passing taunts on Mohita, and some of verbatims of the comment and taunts are given, which really might be irritating and disturbing for Mohita. And in the next part, which is considered as the extreme of this case, that one day Shalini filed a complaint to the general manager of company against Mohita and senior HR manager, and the complaint was related to the discrimination and harassment both are very serious charges which have been imposed on the employee, and after knowing all that, the general manager called Mohita and shared that a complaint has been received, and that was shared, and learning all that, knowing all that, Mohita was really confused, surprised, and shared with the general manager about the kind of experience she is having with Shalini. That was shared, that it is not only this complaint, for the last some of the months she is behaving in a typically critical manner. That was shared with the general manager, and taking the call, being very serious. Next day, the general manager called Shalini in his office, and then by offering a cup of tea, by making her comfortable, he started discussing about the newly developed situation. And initially Shalini was not interested to open up, and this is reflected from her personality. She was not opening up, but because it was a serious matter for her also, she started sharing, and she shared all the discriminatory and all the disrespectful kind of treatment given by his own subordinates, seniors, and even during the meetings what kind of treatment is given to her, everything was shared, and how Mahima is always on the advantageous part, that was also shared, and why she lost the complaint. The reason was that the name of Mohita was recommended for promotion and the name of Shalini was not recommended. She got irritated, disturbed and annoyed with that, and resultantly she filed the complaint. And because of all this sharing, the general manager could understand, and understanding the problem, the GM explained the reasons for discrimination and disrespect, and could give counseling to Shalini, and as a result of that counseling, Shalini could understand the reason and the problem, and she felt that mistake has happened, and she decided to withdraw the complaint. This is the second time. So, I have given the major relevant facts of the case one by one. All these facts should be underlined by the student, and once these these are underlined, after that in the third reading, again you will read the questions. After reading the questions, you will highlight that material which is useful for analysis of this case or for giving answers to the question given at the end of the case. So, all that material will be highlighted. Not only that, then the individual or team involved in the case analysis will go for the brainstorming and will analyze if there is any management book, any research, any other relevant material, any theory, any model, anything related to that available, that will be worked out, that will be identified, and if there is need to go through that material, so that appropriate solution, so that appropriate answer can be developed, because the given question is a kind of assignment, and there will not be any ready made answer of that. There is need to prepare the answer, or there is need to find out the solution of problem. So, better go through the relevant material, and if there is any suitable material, if you can go through the similar kind of case studies also, then material can be managed, and once you have managed the material, then now we have already accomplished the first step. In the second step, we will start planning for writing the answer or writing the solution of the problem. you have understood the case, you have understood the material available, and you have already brainstormed it. Now, you need to structure and design that into the format of answer or solution of the problem, and after doing that, then next is you will plan the draft of the case, and as already shared with all of you in the draft, again you will write a brief introduction, and in the introduction you will mention the most relevant element, so that if someone is going through the analysis draft only, then person can get very good idea what was case. So, it is a kind of brief about the case in the introduction, and then you will go through the material and develop the background, and the background includes the information which is significant and relevant facts crucial to the various issues. Various issues, let us take this case again. What are various crucial issues in this case? In this case, if we see first one, the crucial is the responsibilities given to both. Yes, that reflects that there is discrimination. Then going second, the kind of personality both of them are. So, specifically while holding the meeting and interaction, in organizational behavior, I have already told you that there can be different type of behaviors, and these behaviors can be segregated into two set of behaviors, the productive set of behaviors and the counterproductive set of behaviors. So, for a typical job, what type of personality, what type of behavior, what type of attitude is necessary, that needs to be understood. So, the second part of case gives very good idea that what kind of a, being HR manager, there is need to test the personality, the behavior, the attitude, the temperament, all these things should be tested, examined, and accordingly the job should be offered. Then in the next part, if we discuss about the relevant material, then because of difference in personality, behavior and all that, and because of different kind of treatment given by the subordinate and colleagues, and yes, because of unequal distribution of responsibilities, and then over a period of time, all this happened for a long 12 years. So, gradually the unrest in one of the employee was piling up, and they might have been appraised for their performance, they might have been assessed for their behavior, whether that was included in the performance appraisal or not. So, all these factors, and consequently the unrest reached to such a level that the employee started commenting sarcastically and taunting, passing taunt, and the very good two friends and the very good two employees, very good performer employees were in conflict with each other, and one was so much irritated that she lodged a complaint, and complaint is also very serious nature complaint, and which puts charge of harassment and discrimination. So, really that is not outcome of a single day. So, all these facts should be kept in the mind. And next, because matter is very serious and significant to take up immediately. So, the response of company or response of human resource manager was appropriate. So, he took notice of that, and first of all, because majority of complaints were against the co-worker Mohita. So, she was called upon and a brief was taken, and in the brief what kind of experience she has been having, that was also included. And then on the next day Shalini was called. Shalini was called and Shalini shared all the ill treatment, discrimination and disrespects which she has been tolerating as per her statement for the last many years. And the point for ignition of fire was recommendation of name of Mohita for promotion and not Shalini. All that was shared, and the general manager could understand the situation, and then matter was settled down. So, there are different things. So, to understand the behavioral part, personality part, day to day working part, there are different models and different theories and all that. In some of my sessions, I have told you transactional analysis. I taught you about Johari window. I taught you about Maslow's theory of need hierarchy. Number of other behavioral theories of classical conditioning, operant conditioning, cognitive theories, observational theories. So, if all these theories could have helped the management system, then this problem would have already been identified. But somehow now this is the situation, and yes, the students will now identify. There are number of relevant facts available, and there can be number of problems. So, each case can have number of problems or can have a set of problems. So, all those problems should be identified, and after identification, then the relevant materials should be collected from within the case and from beyond the case. Beyond the case means if there is need of any book, any research paper, any report, any theory, any model, that should be identified. And after identification, that material should be collected, and on the basis of that, now again it will depend whether this case is analyzed individually, in the group, or by any other means. It will depend upon that. Suppose it is analyzed individually, then it will depend upon the size of class. Suppose it is in the group, as I told you in the last session, class is consist of 60 students, and the case is given to 12 groups, each having 5 students, and then the case analysis is prepared, and in the preparation all the part of case, that is introduction, background, choice, solution, recommendation, and all that is concluded, and this conclusion is prepared, 12 solution received by giving appropriate significance to the feasibility for implementation of the case, and then all the 12 cases were brainstormed, analyzed, and last case analysis was finalized, and this is the way. So, we will discuss it in the discussion spell also. So, here I close this session, and this is last session of the case study. So, I am thankful to all of you for your patient listening, and in the next session we will discuss about the various components again to revise your syllabus. So, with this, thank you very much.